Hello, my name is Michael Rezegi. This is my presentation for Intro to Humanities 1020, Module 3, World Religions. I guess I'm lucky enough to be the first presenter in this class. So I'd like to tell you all a little story about my days in the U.S. Air Force. One of the joys was being able to travel to other countries. I've had the pleasure during my time to travel all around Europe. I visited many churches that held a lot of historical works of art, to include St. Peter's Basilica, the Duomo di Milan, and Santa Maria delle Grazie, which houses Leonardo's painting of the Last Supper. It was very beautiful. And viewing all these amazing places left me with different thoughts and emotions. However, none really raised the hair on the back of my neck and gave me goosebumps quite like my visit to Hamburg, Germany, when I stood in front of St. Michael's Church. It was named after the biblical figure St. Michael, the Archangel, whom I also know my namesake. You see, I grew up in a Catholic household. My first name is Michael, named after, obviously, the Archangel Michael, like I just mentioned, and my middle name was David, named after the Saint David. So just outside that church, above the front entrance, there stands a three-dimensional statue of the Archangel Michael. He towers proudly over the defeated demon Lucifer. He holds a lance in the form of a cross in his right hand, pointing down, keeping Satan at bay, and pinned under his feet. He has a shield in his left hand, ready to defend himself against other evil forces. And he gazes down at all who enter and exit the church. I've never been like ultra religious. After I left home, I attend church once in a while. I still enjoy it at times, but I don't consider myself like a Bible thumper or regular goer on Sundays. But I did grow up in a church household. But I didn't explore who I was named after or Michael that much, other than just being told stories of him on occasions growing up. So this day, standing outside of St. Michael's Church, during this physical encounter with the sculpture itself, I had an experience. And that statue, when I looked at it, I swear it looked straight into my eyes, and it was speaking to me. Seeing him pin down evil forces in such a way filled me with a kind of empowerment, pride, and just emotion that I became a fan of St. Michael and that statue. So I actually purchased a small statue that I have here that I still hold dear to me to this day. And this is obviously a picture of Michael the Archangel, just similar to that one. I bought it in Europe. You can still see I think I paid €109 for it at the time. So I enjoy it. That's the artist, if anybody would want to go look it up. But it's something I keep close to me, and I keep in my room because just looking at it, and it invigorates me and takes me back to that day that I saw that life-size statue. It just reminds me of that encounter and how it became clear all those years ago that my life's purpose was to just lead a good and just fight. I was already in the military, but I just really wanted to stand up against people or forces that may attempt to hold myself down. It wasn't just about the country and having pride in the country or being in the military. It was really just anyone or even myself. When I'm down on myself, holding myself back or down, or people holding me or my friends down, it was about rising up and standing up to those those forces or those people who would attempt to do that, and also really just making a difference in the world. That statue and seeing Michael defeat Satan, that you can make a difference in the world. So I'm not going to go too into good and bad and evil, good versus evil, etc. It's just really that statue and that art and things can play on your emotions and affect you in a way that can make you want to even change your life, and not just with religious art, but paintings or any type of art in general could do that. So that was my discussion of that, and really what I wanted to talk about initially was art and religion. However, getting more into the chapters on the different religions and investigating more about Michael the Archangel when it pertains to different religions, when I searched it, it was very interesting to me to find out that Michael does mean he who is like God, and he is mentioned as an archangel in all three religions, with Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So I actually found that incredibly interesting that I did not know up until this class. Wanted to look to do this research paper and found that out. So he's mentioned 3 times in the Hebrew Bible, in the Old Testament, in the book of Daniel. Daniel describes a vision of an angel whom he identifies as Michael, the protector of the Israelites. Daniel was also informed that Michael will arise during the end times. I guess to fight. It's interesting read there. And then in the New Testament, in the book of Revelation, obviously, there's a war in heaven, which Michael, being stronger, defeats Satan. After the conflict, Satan is thrown to earth along with the fallen angels, where he still tries to lead the world astray. And then Michael's referred to in other different occasions in the New Testament. That's obviously where a lot of people know him from the most, is the Old and the New Testaments. But then also in the Quran, which is less known, Michael is one of 2 archangels mentioned in the Quran alongside Gabriel. In the Quran, Michael is mentioned pretty much only once, which is in Surah 298. Whoever is an enemy to God and his angels and his messengers, and Gabriel and Michael, then God himself is an enemy to the disbelievers. But some Muslims also believe that a reference in Surah 1169 is also Michael, which is one of the 3 angels who visited Abraham. I also found it interesting in some research that Jesus is one of the most mentioned people in the Quran. And, Jesus was also obviously in the New Testament and a major play in Christianity. But he's also definitely believed in the Quran as well. So I guess that'll wrap up my presentation. I'm going on almost 8 minutes now. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of stuff I brought to you. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. But I hope you had fun. All right. Thanks. Talk to you later.